What's up, everybody? It's the return. It's why we love horror TV. We finally found a television show that we want to recover on this channel. I'm JWMaher. That's Aaron Brooks. Aaron, what's going on today? What are we doing?
Hey, this is one that kind of came across my radar, and there was, behind the scenes a little, I was gonna try to get us to watch Scarpetta, the Nicole Kidman forensic investigator show on Amazon Prime, and I may get back to it and watch it on my own time, but honestly, I just didn't want to commit to that. And ironically, the show that we're talking about today, which is Something Very Bad is Going to Happen, which is a title that at first you're like, I hate it. And then after a while, you just get used to saying it. And, this show is about commitment, and so to speak. And, I just like early on, just first of all, the creator, who I believe is Haley Z. Boston. Haley Z. Boston is the creator. She did a show called Brand New Cherry Flavor. I really like that show. I'm not sure if you got around to it or not, but I'd suggest it if you haven't. It's very weird, very different from this show, but it was quality above anything else. And this show, like right off the bat, whether you like where it's going and how it's being set up or not, you can't deny it. I think it's a quality show from like a cinematography standpoint. I think the cast really brings it. And so about halfway through the first episode, I messaged you. I was like, let's check this out, and let's not just do it all at once, even though it's released right now. Let's kind of break it down in segments. So we're going to do 2 episodes a week for the next few weeks.
Yeah, I'd say like everyone's attached to this. Like the Duffer Brothers from Stranger Things are producing it, so like I don't think they're going to put their names on something that isn't like Stranger Things. Quality, like how like Benson and Moorhead don't miss. I feel like the Duffer Brothers are kind of in that category. Not to
we'll see. We'll see. It's early on for it, but so far,
and then, yeah. All the episode directors are like these up-and-coming female horror directors. Like you have the one lady who worked on Baby Reindeer, and then I think one of them was one of the directors from Tales of Halloween, and they've worked on episodes of Mike Flanagan shows on Netflix. So like it's a lot. Like it's a who's who basically of up-and-coming people behind the scenes here. But what's it about? I guess we'll kick it over to you. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, like essentially, this show. It's just like I describe it as like a existential psychological horror, and it's about an engaged couple who's getting ready to get married, and the fiance, the woman, is going to meet the guy's family for the first time, like right before the wedding. And this guy happens to like live in or he comes from like a very wealthy, well-off La Dumas-ass family, like almost, with like an atrium in the middle that is going to play a huge role in something like some sort of fucked up shit as things go.
There's a very ominous courtyard in this. I like the house though. I like rounded hallways. It's like a lodge, I guess, like an ultra lodge. They're deep in the woods in the Midwest somewhere, because I know they said like Cleveland is like 8 hours away, so they're probably over where you're from. They're in your neck of the woods, I think.
Yeah, they're in Michigan somewhere, maybe.
Yeah, they're in Michigan somewhere. Family is weird rich. Like every member of the family is a special kind of weird. Like the brother is a doctor, doesn't let you forget it. Dad is like intense, but like 1,000-yard stare intense, and Ted Levine is killing it as the dad. Mom is Jennifer Jason Leigh. We find out we're going to get to that in the first episode, like what she claims is wrong with her, but she's definitely a space cadet. And then there's also like a sister who is oppressive, I would say.
Yeah.
And there's a little kid too. And the brother has a kid, and he's traumatized, I would say, for sure.
Poor Jimmy.
Yeah. And every episode, like, I mean, we've only seen 2 so far, but like the reveals of like the layers of what's going on here. We're just trying to have a wedding. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to set up kind of how we, just like we're not going to go through the whole episode, like kind of the big parts of the first 2 episodes that you'd want to touch on, where you want to start with.
Yeah, the first episode, I forget the titles, the episodes. I'll have to look that up in a second. But the first episode, like
Never Get on One Knee is the first one.
Never get on one knee. And then it's what? A bride-shaped hole. But never get on one knee. The beginning part of the episode, we have Rachel and Nikki just trying to get to the house, and it's traumatic just getting there, because they're kind of like on these side roads in the middle of nowhere, and they stop at like a rest area.
Listening to a Colonel Mustard podcast.
Yes.
That feels ominous as to what's coming.
Yeah. There's an abandoned baby in a car. Nobody's inside the rest area. Mm-hmm. So they do the Good Samaritan thing. Nikki stays. Rachel goes down the road, finds a closed bar where there's a woman named Benjamin, but she's just wearing some other guy's name tag, and she's kind of non-committal to the fact that there's an abandoned baby down the road. And there's also like a weird older dude who watches Rachel pee, so she stabs him in the hand with her keys and flees back to where the thing. And apparently everything resolved itself, and the cops don't show up. But then that's not mentioned again. They make it to the lodge, and we meet the whole weird family, and they're kind of like they're helpfully meddling. Like the wedding seems like it would have gone off without a hitch, but like her dress disappears, and they invited too many people, and everyone's just being real passive aggressive with her.
Yeah, it's a very weird vibe. Like she clearly comes from not any money either, so there's that like get out kind of element to this that you're feeling. There's the painting on the wall where there's the open seat like ready for her. And like he's like, oh, you always want to be painted. And like it's just like the taxidermy dogs, where like he's like, don't stare. My mom always told me not to stare him in the eyes. It's bad luck. Which she stared him in the eyes. So bad luck is coming to Rachel. Who Rachel is really excellent, by the way, just to point that out.
Oh, yeah, everyone's great. And did you know the guy, he's the voice from Undertone. Adam DeMarco is Justin, the voice of the phone.
Oh, interesting. I did not know that. That's great.
Yeah, so we get to see what he looks like because you didn't get to see him in Undertone. But and then there's like, for some reason, Jude is convinced about like this cryptozoological kind of like urban legend serial killer, the Sorry Man.
Yes.
That's in the woods and like will kill you and say he's sorry. And there's like we still don't have any resolution whether they're just fucking with this kid or if this really happened.
I mean, it seems like it really happened because
it feels like it really happened.
Everybody reacts like strongly to it in a way that it's leading that way for sure. And yeah, I think the Sorry Man is going to be the overall presence on this, above all, should we or shouldn't we get married? But yeah, very good stuff.
And then we find out that the kid took her dress and he used it to make like an effigy, and it's like a hanging effigy in the woods. And the dad's like digging a huge trench in the woods. And the reason why the mom's acting weird is because she has like terminal, is it like brain cancer or ALS, or she has some kind of degenerative brain disorder, and that's why everyone's so on edge. So you kind of have like a relief, like, oh, that's why everybody's fucked up because mom's dying, and they just want to have the wedding before she dies. But we're only 2 episodes in, so that can't be a resolution.
No, absolutely not. And it's just like it feels like a cover for like a transfer of like an eternal soul or something from Jennifer Jason Leigh's body into Rachel's body. What's her name? Camilla Marone. I want to get her name down since we've said everybody else's. Just really good stuff. She gets the message saying don't marry him. Like, is that message something she's projecting? Does she just not want to get married to this guy? Is she looking for reasons? Is she a reliable narrator? I like to think so. I feel like the unreliable narrator doesn't quite add up here, but maybe we'll see, kind of where we go as things go on. Like, I think there's going to be some crazy shit that happens, but I also think there's going to be a lot of red herrings with something like this.
Yeah, I like the references to like Get Out or Ready or Not, because you have like a person who is alone.
Yes.
And just like thrown headfirst into like this weird family, and they're just trying to ingratiate themselves, and it's not going well.
Mm-hmm.
So
not at all. And they're so different. That's such a different culture, like all that, the class aspect. There's not a race aspect, obviously, so the racial aspect is in here with Get Out, as in Get Out. But, I'm intrigued for sure.
I think we're kind of in our feeling out phase. Like we're ramping up to something. I like the way everything's being set up. If it's paced like this, I think it's only the sky's the limit from here. I'm at a solid 4 for the first 2 episodes. Like, I think it's great.
Yeah. No, I mostly agree. Like, I'm surprised, like, I'm not surprised because they release everything at once, but this feels like a series they didn't need to release all at once.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like the way we're watching this is more the way it's made to be watched. Like the first 2 episodes, for example, are by the same director. So like, I feel like they work as kind of a whole together, and like kind of marinating on a show like this. I don't think it's meant to just be like, but they don't care about that. Anyways, 4 as well for me. I like all the performances. I think the cinematography is above average for particularly a Netflix show. So that does happen from time to time.
That's like the Duffer Brothers thumbprint on it, I would say.
I would also say once in a while with horror, they really do let it shine. Not just Mike Flanagan stuff, but if you've not seen Marianne, the French horror series on Netflix, unbelievable stuff from the director of Cobweb. So I've mentioned a few other shows here, but this show is really good. I think something very good is going to happen with regards to the plot of this show. So I have not been spoiled at all. I think we're going to be relatively safe with that for these weeks.
Yeah, definitely so. And so join us back next week here on Why We Love Horror TV. We're going to have 2 more episodes of Something Very Bad Is Going to Happen. If you made this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, share, go to the Facebook group at Why We Love Horror. Check out the Letterboxd challenge right there. You can even log Something Very Bad Is Going to Happen on Letterboxd. So it's a limited series.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. All right. But until next time, I'm JWMaher. That's Aaron Brooks. We'll see you next week here on Why We Love Horror TV.